Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day today. Merciless Vaughn here, back with another Bleach Brave Souls video, and in this one we're going to be going over the resurrection from the Fierce Battle Clash Summons banner. Yeah, hopefully you enjoy. If you do, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, you have been here for a while, please consider subscribing and help me get to 550 subscribers. I'm very close. Also, if you would like to further support me and the channel, you can become a channel member, and that is completely up to you. Now, with all that said, let's go ahead and get started. So, as I mentioned, all three of these units are from the Fierce Battle Clash Summons banner. This banner came out long before I started playing the game, so yeah, it's about time that these units got their resurrection. We're just going to go ahead and start off with the Nelliel here. So, the Nelliel, she is a Technique Ranker Killer unit, soul trade damage taken minus 16%. Pre-resurrection, looks like her bruiser is at 50%, berserker 62. She is immune to the freeze status element, team size part increase, technique attribute ranker, normal attack damage 20%, flurry, increased melee damage, and it looks like she's a Gale Quest unit. Damage to paralyzed enemies 20%. Alright. So this is just basically what she has before her resurrection. We'll go ahead and just take a look at her afterwards. Alright, so I just went on ahead and did her resurrection. So for her second control trait, we have normal attack damage plus 20%. She does have a few innate skills here now, which is Guard Break and Havoc. Let's see, they increased her bruiser by a little bit. It was 50%, now it's 30, which is cool. The base was. Let's see. That's pretty much still the same. They didn't increase her flurry, unfortunately. She did have sprinters plus 2 already. Oh, they gave her the increased killer effects right here for her resurrection. That wasn't there before, so that's nice. Oh, you probably saw damage to paralyzed enemies 20%. That was from a bonus ability, so I just went ahead and got rid of that and changed that for the plus 200 attack right there. And then the other bonus ability is going to be the full stand damage boost, obviously. And so for the build, I'm just going to go with the Golden Chappie, and then the Hollow Baits here. And as for my character links, I just went with like full stamina damage boost links. Since this character doesn't really have a boost on her SA2 or anywhere like that on here, I just figured, I mean, you can go with like a full stamina damage boost build, or you can go for like I guess some normal attack damage links here, but I just wanted to go with 30% full stamina damage boost links here. And for the bonus abilities, these will be full stamina damage boost and the plus 200 attack. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Actually, before we jump in here, something I should have did while I was going over the skills. The attribute power-up bonuses. So for my attribute power-up bonuses, I can get all my characters level 409. I'm going to be getting an extra 315 attack and an extra 300 focus. My max wing slot levels are going to be 22, and my max percentage slot levels are going to be 13. But for the sake of the showcase, and I don't really want to put the resources into her, the character links here are going to be level 20, and then this percentage is only going to be level 10. And if we come back to take a look at the skills here, we can see what's actually being affected from the attribute power-ups. So yeah, you can see here the base skills is 60%, soul trade 18%, attribute power-ups is 4, so we're going to have a total of 82% bruiser. And let's see, if we come to the freeze resistance here, we have a base of 100%, attribute power-ups 10%, and then the total is 110%. And I think that's pretty much it. So now we can go ahead and jump into some gameplay to see what this unit's resurrection can do. Alright, so we will do just a couple of runs here with this Nelliel Hill, because I mean, she's mainly a Guild Quest unit and her Guild Quest isn't up right now, so yeah, we won't be doing that many runs in here. So most of her skills, actually most of her skills won't actually be in effect here, which is unfortunate, but she is a Guild Quest unit. But overall, not a bad resurrection, I think. Just giving her those increased killer effect skills for if you like need a melee ranker unit for that Guild Quest, she definitely is going to be an option now that she has a resurrection. Yeah, overall, yeah, just a regular melee unit for Guild quest here. Strong attacks aren't anything too crazy. For melee net units, I would like them to have like that. I guess you would call it walking. I call it a walking vortex. Strong attack is probably not the actual name for it, but it's just a vortex that walks around in your feet, and just kind of follows you and staggers enemies around you. That way you won't get hit by any enemies while you're trying to swing.
大丈夫。すぐに終わるから。
So what I'll do is for these units and probably moving forward when it comes to resurrection, I'll probably do like maybe 2 runs each. One run by themselves and then probably another run with some boost characters that will be able to help out this unit. Since this is a guild quest character, you won't be really using her in probably co-op content unless you want to use her in like epic raids if she's going to be a boost character in there. But most of the time it will more than likely be guild quest. If you want to use her in there, or maybe you want to use her in some of those Senkaimon quest stages as well, if you need like a ranker unit in there. She wouldn't be a pretty bad option. Yeah, there's not any really harder difficulty content I can take her in, so I mean we're just going to be using the single player inheritance trial. You won't see enemies in here, so she won't have killer, obviously, if you haven't noticed already.
大丈夫。すぐに終わるから。
Alright, so here is the Notoria here, you know, pre-resurrection, he's a, well, things that really won't change, well, that he's a heart unit with the no affiliation killer. I only have 1 copy of this unit, unfortunately. Soul Trait, strong attack, recharge time minus 12% here. Yeah, he's a ranged unit with last rate on all of his attacks. Innate skills, he reads no affiliation dodges, and he is immune to the free status elements. The base one, not the status element plus one. So, these are just basically his skills here. I guess is Frenzy. Yeah, he does have Frenzy. It's only a +1. Berserker is 20%. Devastation 40%. Defibrillator 2 seconds. Increased status element chance against mind at no affiliation enemies. Damage slash rate enemies 40%, and Sprinter. So I'm gonna go ahead and power him up, and then we can look at him again afterwards. Alright, so the Notoria after his resurrection, so unfortunately I only have him at 1 out of 5, so that's how I'm gonna be able to showcase him. So the second soul trait that he got was damage slash rate enemies 20%, which is great. Let's see here, they added, oh, what did they add? They added the Havoc here in his soul trait, so that is pretty good. Increases Berserker, his Devastation is pretty much still the same. They did give him an extra Frenzy. I do like when they always give characters an extra Frenzy or Flurry, that is great. Defibrillator is still the same. Damage slash rate enemies, they increased that by 30%, so that's good. And now he also does have Guard Break, which is great. Overall, not too bad of a resurrection. And so just take a quick look here, we can see what the attribute power-ups skills are taking effect in here. So he's getting an extra 2% for his Berserker. Let's see here, if we come down here to damage slash rate enemies, he's going to be getting an extra 4% from the attribute power-ups here, or excuse me, 2%. He's getting an extra 2% here. I don't know where I got 4 from. And I think that's pretty much it. And so for the build, it is going to be the teacup for the, teacup fortification build and the gold you can do dispenser 5-star plus. Character link, strong attack reductions, full stamina damage boost links. And as for the bonus abilities, full stamina damage boost and the plus 200 SP. So let's go ahead and jump into some gameplay with this guy and see what he can do. Alright, so now we're just going to go ahead and use the Notoria here. Now, they did give him an extra Frenzy for this guy, which is good. I think they should... I guess if they don't want to do it for all characters, sure, but most of them, yes, definitely. At least 2 out of 3 resurrection. Well, depending on how many resurrections there are. If there's 3, I'd be okay with 2 out of the 3 characters getting an increased Frenzy or Flurry. But if it's just 2, I probably will want both of the characters to get an increased Frenzy or Flurry. But if they just do 1 out of the 2, then, I mean, I guess it's okay. As long as, like, it's going to be a very good resurrection without the increased Frenzy or Flurry. So yeah, he's going to be a lot better against no affiliation enemies because he'll have the increased status summon chance. And then he'll also have the increased damage slash rated enemies as well. So his resurrection is actually not that bad. It's really good. Alright, so for the second run, I did bring the Safui Kaname here. If you are unfamiliar as to what he does, he increases heart attribute characters' movement speed by 30%, and you can tell the difference. It is very noticeable with and without the movement speed bonus. He is also going to be increasing heart attribute character strong attack damage by 20%. So our strong attacks are going to be doing 20% more damage, and we're also going to be moving 30% faster. He's also a super link slot potion unit, regular link slot potion unit, and a increased droplet drop character. So you are more than likely going to see this character in any forms of co-op content, whether it be co-op IT or just epic raids. You are more than likely going to see him in there just because he's a really good hard support unit. So yeah, just thought I'd go ahead and bring him here and just kind of see the difference between having him and not having him if you're ever going to use this character in co-op content. Then we'll just go ahead and use this soul bomb and move on to the next character. Alright, so last but not least, we have this Chad here. Pre-resurrection, we just pretty much take a look here. Soul trait, strong attack recharge time minus 12%. Melee unit, no status elements on any of his attacks, and he does have a chance to insta-kill on his soul bomb. I guess Berserker is 40%, Devastation 60, Frenzy, and Sprinter +1, Poise, Guard Break, and hit enemies 100%. So what he's going to look like after his resurrection. Alright, so the Chad after his resurrection here, his second part of his soul trait is strong attack damage 20%, not too bad. Let's see here. Innate skills are going to be Havoc and Guard Break. They did increase his Berserker by 20%, it seems like. Devastation is still the same. Let's see, full stamina only, increased strong attack damage 30%. They did give him an extra frenzy, which is very good. Let's see, and that's pretty much it seems like, unless I'm missing something. So just again, we'll take a quick look at the attribute power-ups here. If you're wondering why this EX skill is here, that's the 10th anniversary Ichigo's. I just decided to link him up to this chat. Getting an extra 4% Berserker from the attribute power-ups there. And let's see here, full stamina damage boost, just from character links and bonus abilities. And then, yeah, that should be it there. And then I'll just show off his accessories, because like I mentioned, the links and the bonus abilities will be pretty much the same. Going to be the Spirit Javelin, Fortification Pill, and the Gold Yuki Dispenser. And then just a quick look at the character links and bonus abilities. Alright, so let's go ahead and go into an event with this Chad here. Alright, so now here we are going to be showing off the Chad here. Yeah. I mean, this guy, he's going to be, I guess, a character you can use if you need I mean, we don't have like a human Senkaimon quest stages yet, so I guess if this is a character you would like to use, since he does have a resurrection, you definitely can do that. But we do have a pretty decent amount of, we do have a pretty decent amount of human units that could be useful there for whenever we get it. I think human and no affiliation is like the only affiliations we don't have yet for Senkaimon stages. I mean, we're going to get them eventually. It's just a matter of which one we're going to get next. If I were to choose, probably no affiliation. I mean, just because we recently did get some new Burn the Witch characters. And that's what I think, at least. But overall, he doesn't have a pretty bad resurrection, if I'm being honest. It's nice. It's just unfortunate that they didn't give the Nelliel an increased flurry, though. But they did give her some skills she needed since she is a Guild Plus character.
俺がアブエロに教わったのは守るための力の使い方だ、ムエルテ。
Alright, so for the last run for the video here, for the boost units for this Chad here, I brought that again here because he is going to be increasing mind, attribute, character, strong attack damage by 20%. The 8th anniversary of White is also going to be increasing mind, attribute, characters, movement speed by 30%, and also increasing their soul bomb damage by 30% as well. So our soul bomb movement speed are going to be increased by 30%, and our strong attack damage increased by 20%. So really good boost characters for the mind attribute. Oh, we lost our full stem there, but we'll be able to get it back, which is fine. So since this guy does have the ranker killer and he does have hit enemies 100%, you know, ranker enemies, soul reaper, and no affiliation enemies are the type of enemies that do like to hide underground. So him just having that there so you don't have to put on the Zeta pill is just a nice touch. Icing on the cake, if you would. That's what I think, at least. Grab this, get our full stam back, and then we'll go ahead and finish up this run. Use our soul bomb.
俺がアブエロに教わったのは守るための力の使い方だ、ムエルテ。
Alright, so that's going to be it. That is all of the characters for this past resurrection here. Yeah, overall they were very good. The No Yale did get some skills that she needed, even though they didn't increase her frenzy or flurry, excuse me. But the Notoria and the Chad, they did get some pretty good skills, and their frenzies were increased from +1 to +2, which is always good in my opinion. And yeah, that's going to be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. And as usual, until next time.